Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV today, folks, and welcome to Clem Hawks. As today we got a couple more minor league signings to go through, as the Reds have made a splash with the minor league signings, signing a pair of players to minor league deals. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we are 60 away from 4,000, and thank you guys for all the support on the channel. If you're new to the channel, well, it's just three guys talking MLB, having some fun with this, and, bringing the news for you guys. So if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Now, the Reds have announced a pair of minor league deals today, one of them going to left-hander Alex Young, and the other to an infielder in Richie Martin. Both players have received invitations to Major League spring training. Young was a second-round pick of the Diamondbacks in 2015. He had a solid debut in the majors in 2019, throwing 83 and one-thirds innings with a 3.56 ERA. His 20.3% strikeout rate was below average, but he limited his walks to 7.7 rate and got grounders at a 44.4% rate. The next couple of seasons were a struggle, however, with the Southpaw posting ERAs of 5.44 in 2020 and 6.58 the year after. The Diamondbacks would put him on waivers in the latter campaign, with Young getting claimed by the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians then passed him through waivers in the offseason, but he pitched well in the minors to get selected to the main roster in July. He only made one appearance for the Guardians before getting designated for assignment, but the Giants liked him enough to send cash considerations to the Guards and put Young in 24 games. Young got some good results with the Giants and finished the year with a 2.36 ERA over 26 and two-thirds innings. His 18.1% strikeout rate and 9.5% walk rate were both subpar, but got the grounders at a strong 54.2% rate. Despite that performance, he was non-tendered by the Giants after the season. Right now, the Reds have Reiver San Martin as the only lefty on the 40-man roster. That's projected to be in the bullpen. If Young can make his way onto the roster, he can provide them with some roster flexibility since he still has one option year remaining. He can also retain for future seasons via arbitration, since he has just under 3 years of MLB service time. As for Martin, 28, he was the first-round selection of the Oakland Athletics in 2015. Prospect evaluators have long praised his defense, speed, and athleticism, but raised concerns about his work with the bat. The A's weren't satisfied enough with his progress to give him a roster spot after 2018, allowing the Orioles to nab him with the first pick in that year's Rule 5 draft. Martin stuck around on the rebuilding O's roster that year, allowing them to obtain full control over his rights. However, the concerns about his bat have come to fruition through 447 plate appearances in the majors this far. He just hit .212 over the course of that span. For the Reds, there's a little harm in taking a flare and seeing if Martin can find another gear this year. They are currently set to send another glove first option to their shortstop position, Kevin Newman. It's expected that prospect Ellie De La Cruz will eventually take over the club's shortstop of the future. Though he's only 21 and has yet to reach AAA, if Martin can take a step forward at the plate, there would be a little preventing the Reds from giving him a shot at the big leagues. If he earns his way onto the roster, he still has one option year remaining and can be retained for a while via arbitration, since he has been between 2 and 3 years Major League service. So, of course, these are just minor league signings that, in hopes that they can help the team out a little bit. Having another lefty in the bullpen would help the Reds if Young can do that for them. And having a guy like Martin, we see it a lot nowadays with players. They can play one position. It's not, hey, I need you to bat and field. They're either good at one or the other if they're minor leaguers. And that's what Martin brings, is that defensive game element where if you're up, say, 5-4, bottom of the ninth, and you're the away team, you're trying to prevent that run. Martin's the right guy to put in there at that situation to go out and say, hey, boys, I'm out here, I can do this, and so on and so forth. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is Gillis TV here on Clemhawks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am on out of here.